For centuries, royal life has moved to a rhythm as predictable as the chime of Big Ben, the same titles, the same rituals, the same meticulous decorum that defines Britain's oldest institution. But now, within the polished corridors of Windsor, something has shifted. The future king, Prince William, has quietly begun dismantling the invisible codes of formality that once governed every gesture, every button, every tie. And if palace insiders are to be believed, it's only the beginning. The revelation came not through scandal or decree, but through observation, a subtle ripple in royal behavior noticed by those who know the Windsors best. In his conversation with Eugene Levy on Apple TV+, as the reluctant traveller, the Prince of Wales openly admitted that change is on my agenda. He didn't offer details, but he didn't need to. For those paying attention, the first signs of that change are already visible in the way he runs his royal household. According to journalist Melissa Twigg of The Telegraph, the shift began inside the Duchy of Cornwall, the estate William inherited from his father, King Charles III, upon becoming Prince of Wales. For decades, the duchy operated under an atmosphere of quiet rigidity. Staff were expected to maintain impeccable presentation, down to the tie knots and shoe polish. But under William, that's no longer the rule. Already, the staff at the Duchy of Cornwall have become accustomed to not donning ties when William visits, having previously always done so for Charles, Twigg reported. What sounds like a minor sartorial adjustment is, in royal terms, a quiet revolution. The tie, that symbol of decorum and hierarchy, is gone, replaced by something far more in line with the prince's evolving philosophy: accessibility. Royal author Valentine Low confirmed as much, revealing that William has been just as deliberate in reshaping the culture inside his Windsor home, Adelaide Cottage. He wants it to be casual, Low wrote, quoting a palace insider. The kids run around the office, and he does not want it to be stuffy. Staff, the source added, have been gently advised not to wear formal attire unless appropriate to do so. To an outsider, this may seem trivial, a loosening of dress codes, a little more laughter in the hallways. But in the Windsor world, where symbolism reigns supreme, such gestures are seismic. They signal not just a personal preference, but an ideological turn, one that could reshape how the monarchy looks, acts, and even breathes. William's monarchy will feel lighter, one former aide remarked. He's trimming the excess, the stiffness, the old habits that make people feel like they're watching history rather than living it. Royal historian Ingrid Seward, editor-in-chief of Majesty magazine, agrees that these changes are only the first threads in a broader unraveling of formality. The king even has his paper napkins stamped with his royal cipher, she told The Telegraph. I don't think William is going to want to do that. Maybe he would just keep his father's cipher, but I can't see him getting all the uniforms changed, and I think he might get rid of a lot of the unnecessary decorations on plates and glasses. It's a telling contrast between two kings, the current and the future. Charles III, meticulous and traditional, has long been known for his exacting standards, from monogrammed glasses to the perfectly pressed handkerchief. To him, detail is devotion. To William, that same devotion now lies elsewhere, in purpose, not presentation. The shift also reflects a generational divide between a monarch shaped by duty and one shaped by experience. William's life, after all, has been marked by exposure rather than insulation. He has walked through crisis, grief, and the relentless scrutiny of modern celebrity culture. In that light, his yearning for a more natural environment, one where his children can run around the office, feels not like rebellion but recovery. Yet even as he pushes for a modern, relaxed monarchy, William remains careful not to abandon the past entirely. Speaking to Levi, his words were measured, respectful of tradition, but open-eyed about its limits. I think it's very important that tradition stays, and tradition has a huge part in all of this, he said. But there are points where you look at tradition and go, is that still fit for purpose today? Is that still the right thing to do? That single question, is it still fit for purpose, could define his reign. Those close to the royal household say William's approach is guided less by rebellion and more by realism. He knows the monarchy's survival depends not on grandeur but on relatability. He understands that public affection isn't built through ritual anymore, said one insider. It's built through authenticity. But the line between modernization and erosion is thin, and not everyone is certain that the royal institution can afford too much informality. Royal historian Hugo Vickers offered a word of caution in the Telegraph. I'm sure Prince William will want to be much more informal. But he mustn't throw away the things that people enjoy. It's so tempting to dumb things down, but once you've done that, you can't always get them back again. He needs to be careful. That warning hangs over every decision the Prince of Wales makes, every tie left unworn, every crest left unstamped. Tradition, after all, is not just ceremony, it's survival. The very mystique that makes the monarchy different is the same force that keeps it relevant. Strip too much away, and the crown risks becoming ordinary. But William seems acutely aware of that paradox. His reforms, for now, are not about dismantling the monarchy's rituals, but recalibrating their purpose. If his father's reign is defined by heritage, his own may be defined by humanity, by a vision of monarchy that sits comfortably in the modern age without suffocating under its velvet weight. His home reflects that ethos, laughter echoing through rooms once reserved for silence, children's drawings replacing oil portraits, dogs running through the gardens once kept pristine for inspection. It's a new kind of royal normal, informal, alive, and closer to the world outside palace gates. Whether this balance of tradition and transformation will endure remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the era of monogrammed napkins and gilded restraint is quietly fading. In its place stands a prince who believes that the strength of the monarchy lies not in ceremony, but in sincerity. As one courtier put it simply, William doesn't want to rule from a throne of gold. He wants to lead from the ground, sleeves rolled up, tie off, and heart open.